Alright, I think that's set up. May or may not be. Looks like we are live on YouTube, hopefully. Hey, we are, look at that. It worked out. Whoa. Okay, let me get Streamlabs. Okay, everything's good. It may be hard for me to see chat, but this is how we have things set up, more or less, I think. But hello, everyone. My name is BetaEtaDelota. I don't know if you can see me or not. I'm waving somewhere. And, cleaning my fursuit head for the first time. This big boy. This sweet bean. Yes, these are my feet and legs. Hi. Hi. No, my feet aren't dirty. These are actually clean socks. But yeah, we're cleaning our fursuit. Or at least I was told I should be doing it. So, we're kind of just doing it now. I do want to stream later on Twitch, so I can, do stuff. But, yeah, this is going to be doing just basic cleaning stuff. No deep cleaning, nothing too intense or heavy. Just kind of simple work around doing paws, feet paws, and the head. Just the point of it is, I guess, to show my perspective of how I clean it, and you can give me, I guess, feedback on it. Because with me and my head, I don't know how people deal with it, but it's all white. It's literally all white. So after a convention, I have to sort of spot clean it a little bit. You can use Folex and all that, but it's a pain in the butt. Throwing these, that's easy. Throw them in the washing machine, and everything else you kind of just use Folex and scrub it off. Now, even though this boy isn't necessarily dirty, Zillion did wear him twice at Denver. And he sweat a lot, and a lot of what came in contact with sweat for the head, or floor with the head, was probably the snoot, the paws, the feet paws obviously, and then the top of the inside of the head, the balaclava region. So I'm going to be, I guess, showing you guys how I do it. Fair warning, the vacuum is very loud. It's the Bissell Spot rug cleaner. You can get one for $90, $80 at Target or Walmart. Go and pick one up. It's really worth it if you're cleaning a fursuit head, especially if you can't submerge it properly, which I'm trying to figure out if I can create some sort of apparatus so I can wash my fursuit head in a normal tub with water and whatever detergent and make it look and feel and just make it easier for me to clean it. The only issue with my head is it can't be fully submerged because the eyes, I think, are spray painted on or just painted on normally. So as soon as that thing's dropped in water with soap, yeah, goodbye eyes. I'm a Dutch Angel Dragon now. So we're not going to do that, and we're going to clean it normally. I guess where to start is how I ended up filling this thing up. So basically, I was just told use normal, lukewarm, room temperature water and a bit of detergent. I'm using the one that was supplied to me with the Bissell, the Spot and Stain, which works all the same. You can go to a PetSmart or something, or a Petco, and go and get something like this, or some sort of rug cleaner for pets, because you want to clean out whatever crap is in your rug, but you don't want to destroy the rug. This is a very expensive rug, so what you want to do is get something that does just the right amount. So this is perfect. I filled it up normally, and I have a different way of doing it, and I'll show you in just a sec, but filled it up normally with the detergent or the formula here, and then water up to this region, and it worked fine. It's about halfway gone because what I decided to do, because it works for me better, is I filled up a spray bottle with about half of this. So because my boy's head, and let me just show you for reference, this thing right here is how you spray on the detergent. It sprays in sort of a what is it? A cone, sort of outward and towards the side. And the issue with that is that with this boy's head, he's very precise with where everything is. He's got a very weirdly dimensioned bridge, nose, head. So it's I want to get certain regions cleaned, but it's not entirely... I don't want the full thing blasted. So, with using a regular spray bottle like this, I can have precise spraying for where I want to get, because I'm just spot cleaning. That's all I'm doing. And yes, it's a Maverick Hydra. This is technically a Maverick. And then I'll show you guys what I use to, I guess, dry off whatever you've cleaned, which honestly worth the purchase. It's just a regular fan. And I should probably get one of those regular like square fans. You'll probably see them in like schools, like if they're trying to cool off stuff because you don't have air conditioning. They have just the regular square fan. Yeah, just lay that on the floor, put the head on top of it. You should be good. It works out the same. But to sort of start, I guess I kind of want to work on the hand paws. Now, even though I'm probably going to end up throwing these in the washing machine when I go to Pineapple Fox's place this Friday, because we're taking fursuit photos, and that's, like, the big thing. These things, I don't know if you can see them, but they get dirty around, like, here, specifically where, like, the palm or around this portion of the hand is, and around between the beans here, because the black doesn't really show any dirt. The whites will become a little bit darker white. So, did it freeze? It shouldn't have frozen. The stream should be hopefully fine, I hope. Maybe. It froze for a sec? Maybe I need to change the stream thing? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just for the quality? We're not dropping frames, are we? Nope, we're not dropping frames. So after the stream, I can just re-upload it for the quality. It keeps freezing? Ugh. Hold on. Actually, let me see if I can fix it. There's a little setting that on my live stream thing that I think I switched. Low latency. There we go. Oh, we can't do it because we're streaming. Amazing. It's streaming for some people. Maybe it's because of the internet speed, but just so you guys know, I'm uploading this full thing to YouTube so you can see the full stream and everything that I have set for it. So we're not going to worry about that. If it keeps freezing, just like restart the stream. It should be still fine. I'm uploading this full thing later on, so you don't have to worry about it. So, we're just going to keep going. So, basically the way to do it, you do it with this. You just turn on the vacuum, spray it down. What I usually do is I rub it in a bit, and then you just vacuum it up. Because the way this works is you get the formula and the water, and when you activate it in the affected area, it should agitate the fur a bit so that the, bacteria, all the gunk and crap, kind of just comes up normally. And then you just vacuum it up. It's normal. It's just a water vacuum in some sense. Froze for me, not for others, just reloading the screen fixes it. Yeah, just do that. If it freezes, just reload it. Just do that. So, yeah. Usually you can just throw these in the washing machine, but I'm just kind of using this as an example. You can't really see the dirt, but there's a little bit of gray here, or brownish gray. You'll see it more on like the feet paws, which I'll use, I guess, as an example of what I'll do. So, hey. And look at that. We're like 8 minutes in and we haven't even started yet, officially. But, oh well. We'll just like start with like normal spray down. What I want to do is kind of get most of in between here. I know this is not how most people would do it, but this is what kind of works for me. But specifically this region I want to get sort of agitated a bit. Because the purpose of the vacuum is just to get all the crap out of it. I'll probably just end up, again, washing it this Friday. That's probably the easy thing. And what you want to do now is wait a bit. A couple of seconds, nothing too long. Contemplate life. Think about why you're here and why you're in this moment, sitting here, cleaning a $3,000 wearable rug. That's kind of the life lesson of this. Musky husky? I mean, I'm a wagon. Am I really like a musky husky then if I'm a wagon? I don't know how that works, but hey. But this should hopefully be pretty good. And we're going to turn on the vacuum. This may be a bit loud. Hopefully not. Oh, that's not too bad. And we're just going about doing this. Now what you should see, if you can hear me just fine, is this plastic part right here, the see-through transparent region. When you vacuum the affected area, water should be coming up. And if darker water is coming up, it means you're doing it correctly. So, do that. And you want to make sure you press down hard. That's what she said, sort of, yeah. The reason why is so all of this region, well, the suctioning area, gets pretty much all of the affected fur. So, hey, just is actually working. Oh my god. I didn't think this would work. But what you can also do normally is just spray it like that, and then it should work the same. It sprays like that. You know, pretty easy. You'll also need a towel underneath this, just so nothing like gets wet that you don't want wet. Specifically your floor, because wet socks are not fun. I'm just saying that. With the spray bottle? Ah, right. Sorry. Professionalism. I like it. What? Hi. Awesome. New tattoo. Is Mom gonna hate it? Yeah, probably. See ya. And then you can do it the other way. So how you guys doing tonight? Good? I hope so. Alright. That looks great. So you guys can't see it, but the dirt is clearly gone. The only reason why it might look a bit weird is just because of shadows and lighting, and also because it's white fur. It's not going to look perfect. And then what you can do after you finish cleaning your thing, obviously it's going to be still a little wet. You can brush it a little bit, depending on the direction that the paw goes in. Let me see, brush this area, because this was the one that was the most dirty. And it should look better. Like that. Can't really see it. Again, the lighting of that studio light kind of just bounces back off, and it makes it look shiny, which is exactly what you want. But hey, you know. But yeah, the machine is a Bissell green spot cleaner. It can be either this color green, or it can be a more vibrant color green. Either way, as long as it doesn't have heating in it, you should be good, honestly. That little area has a little bit, and I want to see if I can get it. So I think that more or less worked. Still looks a bit gray. It might just be the lighting. I don't know. Paws are gonna get dirty. What are you gonna do? People love paws. Doesn't look bad, actually. The only reason why it's a bit like off is because, again, whites tend to be a little bit less white when you use it a lot. And I am pretty much a 90% white fursuit, so that's my problem. Luckily, when in doubt, just use Folex. I could probably do a little spot thing for Folex if this doesn't look like it's going to look any better, or if it looks all too bad. Let's see, let's put it side by side. It's not that noticeable, I don't think, I hope. I don't know if this worked the way it was supposed to. But, what do you mean rip stream? It's all fine. We're not dropping frames, we're streaming at 60 FPS. More or less worked. More like more for less work. Oh yeah, it's more work for less work, more work. Yeah, less work. Yeah, there are 230 people literally watching me vacuum. I'll try and talk with, Kiwi later on to see if he might be some help. But I could try. I want to see if this works different from this. I'm going to try my Folex. Let me see. There we are. And we forgot paper towels. That's going to be important for the head when we work on that. Folex is your best friend with fursuits. So this was the washed one. I'm going to put that to the side and see if it works any better for this. So yeah, when in doubt, just Folex. Spray it. Paper towel. Ish. You should be using a regular towel, but like either or works. This is maybe gonna work. I hope. Don't use the paper towel, you can use your hands too, but like, just make sure to wash your hands later, because it can cause skin damage. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use a little bit of the stuff to vacuum it up. Don't do this at home. I'm not the ideal example here. I'm kind of just doing this for the sake of doing it. They are cute paws. Thank you very much. Let's see. Okay, well, that worked a bit more effectively using the Folex than the other stuff. Unless I'm looking at the lighting of this wrong and this is just, you know, a little bit off. I'm going to try Folexing this and see what happens. Because it is just Folex. Don't do this at home. So it did work. It did work. This is the downfall of the light suit. This is what happens. What happens when you do this stuff? Ah, there we go. It's finally taking it out. There we go. Okay. That worked. That actually worked. Oh my god. Okay. Take two. You're buffering too? Let me see. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's all white now. The gray that was originally there is now sort of gone, and we kind of leave this to dry. People are saying this is buffering. It shouldn't be. You have no clue what you're doing, do you? I sort of have a clue. I know that Folex is meant for like spot stuff if you're having trouble getting things to kind of come out, stain specifically, and then the spot and stain is just supposed to get crap out of it. So what I'm using is I'm using the vacuum to get the Folex sort of washed out a bit out of the hand paws. So now they look kind of like new, and they probably just need to dry a little bit, and that's what I'm probably going to do. Leave it to the side, work out. Okay, so for some people it's buffering, for some people it's not. We're just going to say that it's not buffering and let the, you know, the upload do itself later, because I haven't dropped any frames. Maybe, if there's a way to turn down the stream quality for you guys, you might want to try that. That might work as well. So hey, it's about 50-50 that people are experiencing that. Now, to see how it actually works, we're using my foot paw. We actually did a little test before with the Bissell for this side, and this actually looks nice, but yeah. You can expect white feet paws to get semi-dirty. Also, like, I don't know how to, like, fix this, but, like, the seams on the end between the fur and the bottom pad are kind of, like, slowly coming off, and I've only worn this about, like, twice. Then again, Zillion did, like, breakdance in this. So I don't know how to fix this. I'm probably going to ask Kiwi or Dolos or Pineapple, but, you know, I'll probably do that. That's my plan. Either way, I have outdoor foot paws sandals for my outdoor foot paws coming soon, so hopefully that'll actually, like, work. And I'll probably just repeat the same process for the front here that I did with the other one. So spray it on. Contemplate life. The foot paws I'm not really worried about. It's just the head that really kind of needs it. And there are only a few parts that I just kind of need to spray down. Just the snoot, the front, the white parts, and then the inside of the head. And that's pretty much it. So that's all we do from there. Staple gun, that'll absolutely help. Dude, staple guns have been so helpful in the past with everything I need to do. Alright, sort of just agitate it a little bit. Yes, your hands are going to get dirty and sort of soapy, watery. Don't worry about that now, worry about that later. Also, the key is to kind of wash the foot paw. This is supposed to wash it. Using this detergent stuff, you're washing your fursuit. This is stain remover. Even though this says spot and stain remover, it's supposed to actually clean it. This more or less removes the stain. Okay, so they do about the same thing, but they have different purposes. One's more like, hey, we're gonna do this. Let's do it. So hey, Gorilla Glue? Oh, dude. Gorilla Glue on a fursuit? That's how you build a fursuit. That's how you do it. You're not going to be able to see this too well, but I'm going to do my best with this. Ah, there we go. There we go. Oh wow, look at that, it's actually working. Alright. Alright, so, let's see. That doesn't look too bad. The gray's more or less gone. It's just like the front portion here that I can't really get rid of. But overall, it looks a lot better. I'm not too worried about it. They're just feet paws after all. And this would probably call for a little bit of Folex on the bottom portion here. Which I believe this is why this portion here is kind of coming off a bit. Which that, I guess, makes sense. So, hey. So, agitate it a little bit. You should get sort of that soapy feel when you do this. Oh god, that is definitely not good for the inside of the foot paw. But hey, we can repair that later. So, turn it on. Look at that. white of the foot paw is pretty good. Is the fur a little patchy, or is it just me? It might just be because it's not washed, or it's because it was just washed. There we go. Perfect. Or as great as we're probably gonna get it for now. I'm not too worried about it. It's a foot paw. It's a foot paw. It's supposed to be dirty. It's just the front that I'm worried about because I'm taking fursuit photos. And also, to check, for those that have never seen a fursuit washing video, you can check to see the crap that is in this. It's actually not bad. I've seen, like, pure black. I've seen worse. So for a fursuit, for coming back from a convention, it's really not that bad. I'm pretty happy with that. I love how the theme of this stream, though, is that the stream is lagging. That's my favorite, like, part of this, like, stream. Is that people say it's lagging, and when I want it to work the most, it's not working. So, hey, you know, that is what it is. So, yeah, we're probably going to work on this next one just to see, you know, it sort of work. Oh, wait, I don't need that. Hold on. You can just spray this on. There we go. Look at that. That's so much easier because it's controlled. I'm not too worried about the rest of the foot paw because nothing's actually, like, dirty on this. It's all white, and knowing Sven and how he takes fursuit photos, he can probably fix it a bit. I need to probably get some, like, normal sock paws that I can just throw in the wash and, you know. Beta's lag stream? Yeah, probably. Denver was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I had a fun time hanging out with Pineapple. Probably the most memorable thing for me was when Zillion decided on the last day that, like, you know what? I'm going to get in your fursuit and give you fursuit cuddles. Just out of the blue. For no reason, he decided to do that. And, like, he did. And I got fursuit cuddles from Zillion. And he's surprisingly good at it for someone who doesn't usually like cuddling like that. I enjoyed that a lot. Ah, there we go. And Zillion was like MOSFET. And I think that pretty much does it for that. The fur itself is clean. I'm just going to get the bottom front portion here that you can barely see is a bit grayish. And then other than that, I think this thing might be like good to go. Unless I want to get around the sides here, which like I can do that later if need be. Yes, beans are great. These are some pretty heckin' great beans. But, yeah, Folex, best friend, just, not too much, but, you know, you want to make sure the crap is out of the fur. And it does take it out. So when it's agitated like this, it'll foam up a bit, like I said. So let it do that, and it should be good. What I can probably do is talk to, like I said, Kiwi, or Pineapple, or Dolos to see what I can do about this bottom portion sort of falling off a bit. And that is how you more or less take out that crap. A little more on the bottom here for the solution. Just so the water kind of picks up the Folex. have it. Hold on. Brush, 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 brush. Bakari would be so proud of me. Mom, I hope you're proud of me. And there we have it. Cleaned front feet paws for my fursuit. As cleaned as outdoor paws will probably get that are all white. Yeah, they look pretty good. I'll say that. Maybe just around the side here if I want to work on that later. I'm not too worried about it. It's literally just foot paws. They still look pretty great. I may have to do some minor repairs if I'm doing this the wrong way. Again, like you said, give me feedback on how I'm doing for cleaning this. Not for showing this, you know. But, you know, that's how I'm doing it. You're watching someone clean stuff and you're entertained. Yeah, that's how YouTube works. You do stuff like that and you're entertained. It's like, whoa. I mean, people are entertained by noises. Let's put it that way. So the beans are cleaned. Oh, there's some crap in there. Oh, just some like lint. That's not a problem. What I also want to do as well is I'll probably end up. I'll actually do this now to like show it as an example. If you're doing just a normal clean for your fursuit, or not even cleaning, you're just like decompressing from a con or like a day at a con and you need to just like spray it down. You didn't sweat much. Probably the best thing you can do if you don't want to do like a full clean like this. Fursuit spray. This is your best friend. Also, this is the best smelling fursuit spray you can ever get. Blueberry pancakes from Soap Pony. I got it at Denver and it's honestly perfect. It's so perfect. And it smells the best. So I use this when I need to sort of just spray down the head, and wherever I end up spraying with this, for reference for the rest of the stream, you can use this or any other fursuit spray in those areas just to clean it. You put it in there, you spray it down, you put it on the fan, and it should be good. All you're really trying to do is get rid of the bacteria, and normally isopropyl alcohol evaporates with air, so hopefully it'll just get rid of the crap and bacteria. So when you go to clean the fursuit, it'll just kind of be not polluting and destroying the foam inside the head and creating mold. You don't want mold. Mold in things isn't good. I almost said it isn't bad. So what you can do, stopping the stream. I mean, I don't really know what to do about YouTube. YouTube's being very iffy right now. I literally changed one small setting, on it, so that the stream itself can be played at a higher quality on playback. However, YouTube apparently doesn't like that, and I'm not dropping frames or anything. It's just really weird. I think it's just YouTube. It can't be anything on my end. I'm not dropping frames, so it's, you know, unless hold on, no, it says stream health is pretty good. Okay, yeah, YouTube's taking a crap. That's all it really is right now. So what I'm gonna do, since I'm not too worried about like the actual foot itself, just the inside, so I'm just gonna spray it with a little bit of fursuit spray like this. And unfortunately, we're almost out of it, so we might have to switch to something else once we're done with this. Which I did order 2 more of just the mango flavored, but I definitely want more of this blueberry pancakes. It's so good. It smells the best. You could probably make your own for cheaper. Of course, I'm lazy. So, let me see. I want to get inside the foot. You don't need to be using this much spray like I am. I'm just doing it because, hey, it cleans it. And there you go. That is one officially cleaned foot paw, and it smells amazing. So have you guys ever had like not homemade, but like blueberry pancakes from like a package? So like you ever take it like, no, how about this, rephrase. Have you ever had blueberry muffins from like a package? Like the, what is it? I don't know what it is. I don't know what the brand is, but like boxed blueberry muffins. Have you ever made those? The smell that they emanate. Or more specifically, have you ever made pancakes out of that mix? That is what this smells like, and it's so amazing. And I was so inspired yesterday that I made chocolate chip muffins. Hello, Valren. Welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you again, boy. We were just cleaning our fursuit paws. And for this, I'm just going to since I can't really turn it inside out fully because these beans are so just different, you can't do it. Pineapple tried doing it, it didn't like work. I'm just gonna get as much as I can open of the hand and just spray inside it. That's kind of my plan with this. So spray normally. Alright, spray around. And you sort of just let it dry. What you can do is put it on a fan as well, but I don't have like one of those square fans. I need to go and get one, and I don't exactly have the space for it just yet. So, you know. Oh yeah, those Eggo blueberry waffles. If you smelled those, that's what the blueberry pancake Fursuit spray smells like. This might be a bit, And what are you going to do? They're paws. So that's another paw, all done and dried. We'll do the other one. This one's not fully dry yet, so we'll put it on the fan later. And yes, the boy's tongue. We're working on him after we finish these paws, which should be soon. So just for reference, this is how long generally a quick clean would take. About an hour to like maybe 45 minutes, depending on how efficient you are and if you know what you're doing, unlike me. You can do it this way. Making feet paws and hand paws. I don't exactly know who to go to for that, but what you can do is you can look up tutorials online. I think there is one YouTuber that helps you make fursuit parts and get stuff together for that. I don't think that actually even got in there. Hold on. There we go. Well, that's better. Hotel blueberry waffles? You mean from Denver? They didn't have blueberry waffles at Denver. I wish they did. That would make me want to come back. Which I'm probably going to go back because my friends Jib, MOSFET, and JFET are GOHs and I want to support them. For reference as well, you don't have to use this much fursuit spray like I'm doing. I'm just using it because I'm trying to keep a good smell going with it. And also because I'm very like cautious. I'm starting to get a bit more lenient with my fursuit cleaning. So you don't need to use this much. You can use a lot less, but it all depends on like what you do for your fursuit. Some fursuits you can submerge in water. Mine you can't. Some fursuit paws you can wash. Mine you can. So you can just throw them in the wash and they work all the same. Just throw it on cold, delicate, and let it air dry. Will you do a stream with Pineapple? I'll be doing one this Friday. I'm actually going to be helping him fund stuff for his channel since he's trying to get some stuff done with that. And he's trying to get more camera equipment, and I want to, like, you know, help him. Also because he's had trouble, like, with job stuff, and, like, I feel bad, and I just want to help my friend. That's all. So we'll be streaming on his or my channel, and we'll be funding stuff for him because I've got everything I need. The only thing I would ever, like, want is, like, a new PC for stuff, and other than that, nothing really else. I love the smell of pancakes. Pancakes are like like fuel for me. They're so good. Also, we're not using that. And we still have a good amount left. So, please don't tell me like this is actually falling apart. It doesn't look like it is. Hopefully it'll stay. Also, a good thing to bring with you for this is possibly a lint roller, especially if you're doing a bodysuit. Also, if you have a Kigu like mine, crap like clings to it. You can't really see it, but it's sort of hanging off the bed right here. So what you can do is just take a reusable lint roller. You can get it at PetSmart or Petco. I'll probably pick one up after the stream and use that to get out the crap on it. It'll look just fine. And also a fun little note that I learned today, I looked up a video on how to do laundry. I haven't done laundry yet. Because my parents are more like, no, come home, you can bring your laundry home, because they want to see me. And they just take care of my laundry. And I'm like, what the hell? Why can't I take care of my own laundry? So, finally learned today, color's cold, including black, and white's warm. Yeah, I love Pineapple. I care about him. Alright. Around the sides, because I don't know how much Zillion sheds or sweats in fursuit. Alright. There we go. And that's that for the paws and the feet paws. Now, here's the fun part for everyone that's been waiting for everything, and you can timestamp this if you want. For about 41 minutes into it, we're taking care of the boy. The bean. The sweet bean that I care about so much and continues to give me the derpiest, cutest looks I'll ever get. Let's get the soap out of the way because we don't need it. So the first thing, if you have any detachable parts from your fursuit, you'll want to take those off first. So like my tongue, easily. Like, first thing, I can literally either throw that in the wash if I want to, or I can just like spot clean it with that. That's so easy. From there, removable eyelids for mine because I'm a morpholess head. That's easy. That goes there, and that goes there. And then from there, since everything's off, you want to make sure everything, there's nothing inside the head, you know, usual crap. Why does he feel wet? I don't know if he feels wet or cold. He might be wet and I might not like be able to tell, but we're cleaning him, so he's gonna be wet regardless. Also, thank you guys for all the donations. I'll read them off after the end of the stream, or not the end of the stream, before the end of the stream, but I'm just like kind of going through the tutorial now. The one thing you might want to do from here, and this is the case for me, because I'm a morpholess head, I have to not get the eyes wet. These will easily sort of, you know, fade if I submerge them in water. So what I'll end up doing is get some paper towel and shove it in there. Easy. Because when I'm spraying down the head, you know, you don't want any rogue cleaner to get near the eyes. So what I can do when I'm actually taking care of this is throw it in here. The paper towel protects it and keeps the eyes from fading. There you go. And what I can do as well is for the nose holes, because they don't necessarily get dirty and they're all black and they can like not dry as quickly, as I'm going to take like a little piece of paper towel, crumple it up and sort of shove it inside. Just pretend that Maverick's sick and he's like trying not to get others sick. Doesn't really matter how big you make these. Just do this, it's all good, perfect. Just pretend he's sick and blind. Yes, Daru, I saw that you sent bits to a YouTube stream. That's kind of weird to do that, but I appreciate it. So, with a head like this, you can clean it normally, especially like even the black parts here, you know, that you can clean. But for me, since I'm not doing a deep clean, since I'm doing a normal, just chill clean, what I'll want to do is just clean the white parts, because these are the parts that where, you know, dirt and like oils from your hands, because people love touching the snoot and the like the horn and the cheeks and the head and patting me and all that. That's all gonna get sort of dirty, and so we want to get rid of that more than anything. And maybe if you like want maybe like the little tuft of fur underneath here if you really want to get fancy with it. But other than that, for me, I haven't touched much. Most of the crap in here isn't going to show because I didn't, and I don't think Zillion did that much to, you know, use the fursuit or destroy it or make it dirty. So I'm not too worried. I'm just going to focus on the bridge here, nothing near the eyebrows because that's good. The bridge of the nose, the snoot itself, all around the mouth, maybe a little bit on the cheeks, and then the inside, which is kind of like normally spraying it down, but I'm going to just like, you know, spray it down with this and then vacuum it out and then put it on the fan over there and it should be like all set. So that's the plan with what we're doing. So also don't lift him by the snoot. That's absolutely a horrible idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by just spraying down the front of the head like that. Because what we want to do is we want to let this sit a bit. And also we don't want to get too much on this. Also this portion right here, because it's covered in black, if anything like wears, and this is for like morpholess heads specifically, if any of this starts to like wear away and it's not as black, just get a Sharpie and fill it in. It'll do like the same like thing that you want it to. So this. And then what you can do after you spray it down is sort of just get your hands a bit dirty, go in and start like rubbing around the portions here. So getting like the getting everything sort of soaked in and get everything sort of working, like agitated. That's the point of it. You want the soap or the cleaner to do what it does with cleaning everything out. And that's what I've seen with people trying to clean with this, is they spray it on and immediately start vacuuming it. So you might as well just be vacuuming up the liquid as is. Like, it's not really going to do much within the span of a second, so you just let it sit a bit, then it gets it to come up. That's how, like, OxyClean works. Or if you've used baking soda or something. If you let that sit over the top of something, it'll bring up the crap inside fabric, and then you vacuum it out when it's still, like, wet or it's still in, like, a solid, dusty form. So that's a little fun fact of the day. Let cleaners sort of sit a little bit, then vacuum it up. Don't let it, you know, like, absorb. Clean it out. Fun, ain't it? He actually looks whiter than he did before. There we go. We're actually doing a pretty good job with this. So it might have been, I'll correct something in just a sec. Kind of tiring. just as a little thing to make a note of, I did try what other people have done where they do like spray it down a little bit and then immediately like suck it back up. That's what I've seen does work sometimes, so I might be wrong. But what I do is I do sort of like a double way of doing it. Like I put it on first, let it sit a bit, rub it in a little bit, then I suck it out, and then when things aren't really being like, when water isn't being sucked out as much, then I can do the spray and then I'll like get it out. So that's kind of what I ended up doing. And I can already see that it's actually a bit whiter than he originally was. So this looks pretty good, and it's actually looking pretty nice. And he smells clean. He smells a bit soapy, but like that'll go away once I dry him. And you'll also feel like a little bit of a sticky, slippery like material after. Just keep him drying, and it'll go away eventually. He'll be fine. He actually looks great. Oh my god. So let's keep going with what we're doing. It shouldn't take much longer, and we'll be done. The one thing I might have to be careful of in the future is around the teeth area, just so like it doesn't like fall out. Because it does look a little bit like it's not in fully like it used to be. I could just be looking at it weird. But he is a bit, not dry, which that's normal when you carpet clean like that. So what we'll do after this is we'll put him on the fan, and then after I'll put him in front of the fan. So we can get the outside and then inside. Or I might just get the outside first and then do the inside. Either way, it just needs to dry. And bacteria needs to not develop. So you guys can see him. This is more or less what he looks like now. There was no then picture because there really wasn't any like big stain on him or anything like that. So I'm not too worried. He looks fine. He's a wagon, just without eyebrows. What you can do is just like separately wash these as well. These are the removable eyelids. It's pretty easy. Same thing goes with the replaceable eyebrows and the tongue. That's pretty simple. But since that's done, all we have to do is dry him after this, and then he should be all good. But we're going to get the inside, because we said we'd do that. For Breeze, I heard it can be on Fursuit, so I wouldn't necessarily trust that. You can do whatever with it, though, so I'm not too worried. I don't think there are any problems with him besides that. Hopefully it'll dry the same way. I'll actually send this to Kiwi, or the stream to Kiwi and some of my other friends to see, like, hey, did I do this right? Am I dumb? Did I just screw my fursuit forever? And hopefully I didn't, you know. And hopefully this turns out, yeah, it looks great, actually. Oh my god. Let me look at it, because I look at this boy pretty much every day. Like, I wake up, he's sitting right there, or right in front of me there. Yeah, his teeth are adorable. The only thing is, like, I think, a little bit of the left one is coming out a little bit. And that might be because, like, I'm a bit rough with him, and I should be a bit more gentle, or some people are rough with him, so, like, hopefully his tooth won't come out. That can be easily, like, replaced and put back in. That's just, like, an accessory, because they're, just plastic, I think. Or there's some sort of plastic material. But now that that's done, I'm actually going to do the inside of the head, which is kind of normal of how you, like, would spray it. The only thing for me is, like, I have to probably put some more paper towels in there, just so, you know, none of the inside as well gets hit by, you know, the spray. So that's my plan with that. And hopefully I'm not too bad at cleaning him out. $30 for his front tooth. I mean, when are you going to get a full fursuit? Hopefully, when my friend Sundancer isn't too busy. She's actually going to Megaplex this week. She's going to hang out with some friends of ours, and I'm really excited for her. I wish I could have gone, but hey, you know, things didn't work out. So there's this. Hopefully I'm doing this right. And then what you can do is the inside. I don't want to get this part right here. I want to get the balaclava itself, because I'm going to be, like, getting that. Hello? Excuse me. Oh, I can just kind of stretch it a bit. Alright. Okay, not too bad. People say the balaclava is a two-man job. Ha! I think not. And especially the top of the head needs to be... Ooh. Those eye things are pretty damp, so I don't want to, you know, ruin that. And so, we sort of make sure it's all good inside. I'm going to rub around a bit, make sure all the parts that I'm looking for are, you know, done as needed. I'm going to need to replace the inside of those, so I'll do that. And that's pretty much it, and then we start the vacuum. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to be careful about this part right here, because I need to get in between the nose, because sometimes that can get hit a bit. And I don't want that to, you know, get bacterialized, as the word is. So, more paper towels. I'm sort of pretending like I know what I'm doing to some extent, you know, guys? And so, we begin the process. Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm saving the VOD for this, or the upload. So it'll be public, and you can watch it from there. So, not really sure what else I can do for the inside. I was never really shown how to properly get the inside of the head. So all I can think to do now is, it might be questionable to do this, but I'm just going to probably spray this down with isopropyl, the inside, normally how I sprayed down with this, and then from there, let it sit on the fan, because the inside itself is the most that I'm worried about, just so like the foam doesn't degrade or go over, but it does feel still like wet. I did get as much out as I could. I got every part. I could sit here all day and do it, but this is the final product. If you can see it, yeah. Not exactly the cleanest, but it's not the worst that I've seen. And I expected the head to have that much in it, so what I'm probably going to do, I can't really think of what else I can do to clean him out, since mostly it's just foam. I could try one more time. Let me try a little bit with getting this one with the vacuum. A little bit better. I'm trying to get it so that all the crap in here isn't sitting here with the soap in it. I mean, he smells fine. I think I got most of it out. The only thing I can think to do is just spray the inside, which I'll probably end up doing. There's fur everywhere. So I'll do that with a bit of my spray, and then I put them on the fan, and then we do that for the stream. What do his socks say? Hanes. Hanes X something, X Temp? Hanes Cool X Temp, that's what it says. Oh my god, he's not being tortured. I'm making sure he's clean. It's just bath procedures. You could say the same thing about giving dogs and cats baths. It's just I worry about the inside of the head. The isopropyl, I'm hoping, will help dry out the head a bit. Though what it could, you know, I'll just set him up. I'll just set him up on the thing, because this front is actually almost dry. And I'm not too worried about that. And the paws, like, they can dry anytime. In fact, the isopropyl on the feet paws are actually fully dried. And they still smell like blueberry pancakes. Alright, so I'm actually going to set them up on the fan. And this is my recommendation for a fan. This is what Pineapple Fox and I use. This thing, you can actually pick it up in the industrial fan section at Walmart. It's actually very, very efficient. It works so many wonders. And it's pretty much perfect. And I'd use it anytime. This is how you can dry your fursuit head easily after cleaning it off, after fursuiting, after you've been sweating for God knows how long because you're fursuiting at Megaplex. Why would you fursuit at Megaplex? But regardless, this is the go-to that you can probably use for cleaning your head. You can use a regular square fan, which is what I would probably use if I needed to clean the front of my suit or any other part, which I'll just like throw them in front of a fan or the air conditioner or something. But this is what we're going to do. We get the bottom portion here. And we pretty much just lay it over so that the tufts go over the head and the head is fitting comfortably over the top, and when you turn it on you should feel some airflow through the mouth. So hopefully I did this right. It's leaning back a bit, so turn it on. Turn it on. There we go. There you go. And now there's airflow through the mouth. It's circulating through the head. The eyes I don't need to worry about anymore. And I don't think there's anything else in here. Nope. There we go. So air is coming a little bit through the eyes. yeah. So the eyes are dry. They're all good. I'm not worried about them. But the airflow is going to circulate through the head itself and come out of the mouth. And that's the beauty of having a morpholess head, is the air circulation is pretty good. So if you have like a big mouth like I do, like this head is relatively large for a morpholess head. So when you have it on like this, it'll just like normally clean it. It should be all good. What I can do is have this portion over here sort of blown out. Blown out here and through the mouth, which I'm pretty happy with. It's going to take a while to dry. That's the only other thing. Because it's not isopropyl, it won't dry as quickly. And that's the plan with that. So, with that, since we're going to be waiting a little bit, I'd like to thank James for the $10 donation. Greatly appreciate it. Hey, Beta, I was so happy to meet you at Denver, by the way. Well, the guy with the purple lightsaber. Oh, okay. Dude, thank you for letting me borrow it for that little thing. Hopefully it'll be uploaded later on. And then thank you, the Noob Gamer 90 for $10. I love you. 11:42 p.m. here. Dang. So I'm assuming you're somewhere in the UK. Well, I greatly appreciate you hanging out. Alex Sergal 78. Thank you for the $1.12. Keep up the great content coming. You're awesome. Peace and love from France. Well, thank you. I greatly appreciate that. Or peace and love from France. Thank you. And we have a couple of donations down below. Daru, thank you for the 15 bits. You continue to send bits through YouTube. Thank you. Thank you, James, for becoming a channel member. Greatly appreciate that. Enjoy the emotes and such. Rocco Kuhn, thank you for the $5. Didn't get to hop in the last night's stream. I fell asleep. Hope all is well. It's going pretty great. And then thank you, Soul the Duchy, for the $2. I greatly appreciate that. And yeah, we're just kind of playing the waiting game. Ah, that's the issue. It should be blowing out a lot quicker now. There we go. There wasn't that much airflow. That's weird. So he should be drying a lot more now that I have it set. The only thing is, like, I have to hold him a bit, otherwise it's just going to fall back. Or what I could do... Boom. Science. Where's my $60,000 a year salary? But yeah, more or less, it's just you hang out from here, let them dry. You can remove the paper towels from there and start cleaning up a bit. If you want as well, if you want to dry the hands, you can put them over the eyes like this. That's what Pineapple does. That's what I'm going to start doing now because, you know, he knows what's best apparently. Which he does. He knows a lot more about this than I do. He's had his suit for like, I think, 2 years roughly. I've only had mine for not even 2 months. And start cleaning stuff up a little bit. What you can do from here, while you're waiting for your fursuit to dry, is empty out the liquid or the crap that you got in your leftover stuff in the fan. But most of it is you just want to let this sort of dry. And I'm not too worried about my fursuit paws or anything else. The sleeves don't really need much attention. Everything else is like pretty much good. So with that, I'm actually going to move the camera up to a normal position. Hold on, this is a bit weird. There we go. I think this is it. Is that it? Yeah. Just about, and this is our normal setup, more or less. So I can sort of just sit on the bed back here, read chat, hang out with you guys for a bit. If you want me to end the stream, I can do that too. I am going to be streaming on YouTube once all this is done. Or not YouTube, Twitch, sorry. So if you want to follow me there, feel free to do that. I'm actually like a good couple of requirements away from hitting my Twitch partnership, which is something I've been looking to do. When did you first commission Maverick? I actually commissioned him last August. When they opened queues for the fall commissions, I think. And it got him a year later, and I'm really happy with him. Something that I did want to sort of mention, if you guys can sort of hear me from back here. Let's see. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm just going to keep talking anyways. The thing that I want to kind of let you guys know, and this is for you guys watching the stream, you can also, send this to people just so they know. The issue with having, the fursuit that I have is he's 90% white. And it's not that, I'm going to put him on a pedestal, I'm not going to get him dirty, this, and that, I'm going to clean him all the time. I kind of learned something from what Gail told me. She's a good friend of mine, she's fantastic. And she told me, I should wear my fursuit as what I would want to wear it as. I shouldn't put it on a pedestal. I shouldn't try to protect it. I should wear it because I want to wear it and because I want a fursuit. And that's what I'm going to do. All I need to do is just put just as much care into cleaning him, maintaining him, making sure he's Folex, making sure he's nice and clean. After a con, obviously I wouldn't not clean him or spray him down at least after fursuiting as him and sweating. Obviously I wouldn't spray him. Obviously I won't clean him every single time because the more you clean it, the more the foam and the fur kind of degrades, and that's just what happens with fursuits. After the 3 or 4 year mark, they start to look a bit worn. Obviously they'll still be fine. I can have my friends do some little maintenance stuff if I need that, but after 4 years or so I'll probably need to get a new suit. And that just comes with fursuit making in general. You're not going to have a fursuit that's going to last 20 years, which you could have something to last 10 years. If I take good care of Maverick, he can look a little bit off-white and still look fine. And that's what I feel like I'm going to get a couple of comments about in the years to come as I fursuit as him. He's not going to stay immaculately white. That's just, without a doubt, how fur works. That is how white works. If you want to get a white fursuit and keep him immaculate, by all means, if you can do that and do it the same way I'm doing it, with the amount of people that want to see me and say hi and get pictures and hug me and boot me and all that, be my guest. If you can do it and figure it out, do it. Tell me how you do it. But for me, I'm kind of the only white fursuiter besides Mark Sparks that I know, and I haven't really asked him how he maintains his suit. But for me, I'm going to say hi to people. I'm going to meet people at cons. I'm not going to not let people meet me because I have a fear of him getting dirty. I'm not going to be like, you can't say hi to me, or you can't touch my nose. Obviously if their hands are extremely dirty or they're stained with ketchup or mustard, obviously I'm not going to let them touch me. But I'm not going to be so strict about it. I'm going to let people meet me because they want to meet Maverick. And honestly, in some sense, feel free if you want to comment about how he's not immaculately white, go for it. But I'm maintaining him to the best of my ability, and this stream is kind of proof of it. What fur cons in California? I don't really know. I have to go out there sometime to meet one of my friends. But, I also like gray Maverick, so that's fine. Honestly, I want to keep it clean but not too clean. Clean fursuit after every use. Stay white. That is the way to do it. The only thing is, just from what I've seen with different fursuits, is I have to kind of keep a balance of cleaning it. Because, if I over clean it, then it'll start to degrade and it'll start to look off, or the fur won't look as shiny or fluffy as it is. It'll start to, wear. That's just what happens when you clean fursuits. It's kind of like cleaning rugs to some extent. Every time you step on a rug, you don't clean it. You clean the rug every so often, just so it's nice and clean. It's looking nice after you clean it, but it's not like you're doing it every day or every week. So for me, I don't sweat in it when I stream. Maybe I might spray it down a little bit if he needs it, just to clean it a bit, but other than that, he should be good. It's a white fursuit, so multiple. That is true, Lucky. A secret is multiple fursuits, but I don't think Keisha and Sways are ready to make a second Maverick just yet. I don't need a Maverick 2.0 just yet. If I were to go with a Maverick 2.0, I might go with you guys, honestly. It just sort of kind of depends on what I might want for a style or what I might be looking for. I might go with, honestly, a Twinkie art style at some point. I'm not sure. But overall, I love this boy, and I want to keep him for as long as I can. And I don't plan on getting a 2.0 for a long while, unless someone manages to destroy him, which I'd rather not. If you do, I'm I'm coming for you. You're getting it. But no. Let me actually check. Oh, he's actually drying off quite nicely. Lucky. You have to come up and visit the East Coast at some point. I'd love to hang out with you again. You were so nice to chill with at BLFC. In fact, the next video I'm working on is actually footage from that, from when I helped you guys at the booth at BLFC. Oh, that doesn't look bad at all. Okay, maybe that's a little... that's good. I don't really care. I've heard you're supposed to clean them once every 3 lengthy wears. That's about right. For me, like, the only reason I'm cleaning him is because I knew Zillion, like, wore him twice, and I don't think he properly wore a balaclava. He had a bandana, but that's not a balaclava. You should, Lucky, come to the East Coast. We have snow. We have snow. And it's like, it's not entirely cold out. It's a bit humid, but we have really nice beaches. But hey, you know. Either that or I come by you at some point. I come bother you at some point. I can work for you guys again. You don't have to pay me much. Ragdoll for a ragdoll cat? That's not a bad name. But hey, I like this boy. He looks pretty clean. All that I can probably do now is, like, brush him just lightly. Because his fur is a bit, like... He's getting there. He's almost fully dry. Wow, that was fast. Alright, let's get him back on. And there's hair flying everywhere. Ugh. Snow is nice. I love snow. And yes, the chat is a bit delayed. How many boops do you think it would take to wake you up? I mean, there were 4 boops in Zillion's video. Or in my video, because I used Zillion's clip. And clearly I didn't wake up. So, hey. Paws are a little wet. They'll dry naturally. And I'll maybe throw them in the wash, you know. Now, question, because I'm kind of, like, curious how it would work with, ow, my niece, with, like, a white fursuit. I'll have to ask Mark if he does this, but I heard that some people use either bleach or baking soda to clean their, like, whites on their fursuit head, and I don't know what that does to the fur. I haven't tried it. I don't know if I'm going to try it until I get an absolutely, like, guaranteed answer out of it, but, like, you know, I don't know what it would do. I heard that it can, like, maybe keep whites white. I don't want to try it without, like, knowing exactly what I'm doing. But this method of cleaning my fursuit seems to work, so I'm, like, I'm pretty content with it. So, what I'm probably going to end up doing is, since he's still drying, I do want to see if I can, like, I don't know if I can, like, brush him while he's drying. I don't want to, like, test that. Maybe I'll, like, brush him later, but, like, what I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to end the stream, and then a little bit later, I'm going to start streaming on Twitch, because I got to stream for, like, roughly 2.5 to 3 hours. Also, Turtle, thank you for becoming a channel member. I greatly appreciate it. Also, let me know, did you get your Patreon rewards? I think you did. I don't know if you posted in the Discord or not, but, you know, I did send those out a little while back. So, if you did get them, let me know. Because it did say I sent it to you, but, like, thank you for becoming a channel member. Enjoy the emotes. And enjoy the life jacket next to your name. Just saying. I think I'm going to leave him on the fan for, like, a long while. Just because, like, you know, the airflow is pretty good for keeping the foam. Because the balaclava itself is getting, like, dry. Or it's drying up quicker. Which is good. But the foam itself is the thing that needs to dry. Oh yeah, long stream on Twitch. That's what I'm going to do. Beta, can you do a Q&A while you drive? I mean, my chair's kind of... Let me see if I can move this. Hold on. Move. Ah! This is falling apart! Ah! No! Don't do this. Ah! Everything's falling off here. There we go. Alright. Then I gotta find a new spot for all of this crap. I'll move it later. Here's the cleanup procedure. I could do a bit of a Q&A. I'll do, if you have any specific questions about, like, cleaning or, like, Maverick. Oh, that's good, Turtle. Thank God you got it. If you have any questions about my fursuit, anything that I can answer right now that I could potentially answer in a video as well, feel free to ask me or let me know. I'm happy to answer it. And while he's drying, I'll just, ask questions, answer questions, set up for my next stream as well, because that's important. This feels weird now. I feel like it's brighter than it should be. Does your fursuit head have airbrush? I believe it does, and that's the reason why I can't submerge it in water. Now, I have some ideas for what I want to do in the future, where I want to create some sort of... So if you've seen Kiwi's video on how he cleans his fursuit head, he just, like, submerges it in a tub, specifically Majira's and Majira 2.0's. You can submerge it in a tub. That's how, like, Mischief Maker suits work. But I can't do that. What I'm thinking, though, is because the only part that can't be submerged are the eyes, if I want an easier way of cleaning the neck floof, because that's just, like, fur from, like, a fursuit. That's just natural, like, fursuit fur. It's technically the same thing as washing a bodysuit. What I'm thinking what I could do is set up something so that my head, at a certain water level, only goes to a certain point where only the fur itself is exposed. So, like, I need some sort of device that I can make or 3D print or something that I can put in the tub of water, and I can put my fursuit head over that allows it so that the foam head itself is held up and the material underneath, just the floof underneath, can wash from the detergent. So that's an easy way of doing it instead of just, like, going over, like, vacuum brushing it all at the same time. It's kind of a pain. So that's what I'll probably end up doing. I kind of want to do that for, like, another stream. That seems like something that would be kind of fun. So let me know if you want me to do that. James, thank you for the $5. Will you be going to Denver next year? I do want to go to Denver if I can. I had a lot of fun this year. My friends are going to be GOHs next year. And besides that, the only other reason I go is just to hang out with friends. The stream hasn't frozen, just YouTube's being a bit iffy right now. I have the stream set to, like, a normal latency, so that might be the issue. Put a pole inside that head? I could do that. I don't want to damage the fur, though, even though it's, like, eh. What are you describing as how I wash my fursuit head's bathtub without getting the eyes wet? Yeah, that's how I want to do it. The only thing, though, is, like, I have to be extra cautious. I did, like, have some sort of, like, brainstorming moment during a party of, like, what if I could remove the eyes from the suit and have them magnetic so I can move them as I please and submerge the full head in water? That's just, like, that's kind of a dumb idea. It may work theoretically, but, like, I feel like submerging my fursuit head in that wouldn't necessarily be the best. Because what I'm trying to do with my head is I'm not getting... For when I wear my fursuit head, I don't necessarily get the foam dirty. Like, the sweat isn't really in the foam. I spray it out immediately. Yeah, I know, Lucky. That's kind of a bad idea. It's not the foam that's getting, like, wet. It's more of the balaclava inside, maybe, but mainly my balaclava on my head and, like, maybe a little bit of the foam near, like, the chin area. Because the parts that come in contact with the fursuit for my head are, like, my head from here, maybe a little bit of the temple of my head, The rest over here, my ears, a little bit here, my chin, and then my mouth and everything else here is all free. And this is the part that becomes the most that becomes like the easily like dirty, just because of how hormones and bodily fluids work. So usually when I wear my fursuit head, I take a shower beforehand, and then it like works out fine. But you know, because I don't sweat in it, I don't necessarily have to take care of it. But because Zillion wore my fursuit twice, and that boy, I don't know why in my head, sweats the most, I have to clean it. But hey, you know, I'm pretty happy with how I took care of him. That actually wasn't as bad as it was the technical first time I cleaned him. I did it a little bit like at Majira's place. Oh yeah, the acne zone. That's just how it is. I did technically clean him at Majira's place. It was just me like frantically being like, I have to clean him, otherwise he's gonna fall apart and I'm gonna hate myself because I love him. And it's like, he didn't really need to be cleaned. Barely anything came out. Like, let me see. For this, doing my feet paws, hand paws. Why is it dripping? Don't drip. That is kind of gross. For my feet paws, hand paws, and inside my fursuit head, this is kind of the final product. It's a bit gross, but like, this is what you'll expect when you clean your head. Is that I almost said Eadler. Eadler the eagle. Eadler the eagle. What are you doing here? I gotta do it in the Californian way from SNL. Eadler the eagle. What are you doing here? That's my favorite skit. If anyone's seen SNL, that is like, or if anyone wants to watch SNL, that's the one you have to start with. That is like the one joke they go with every episode. Hope you're doing well, Adler. We have to stream again sometime. You do have one of those. Yes. Though these are the best. This is the only way I can clean my fursuit. So yeah. If you have any other questions for me about my head, let me see if you're dry. You probably aren't. You probably need to be left on for like maybe another hour or two, and then he should be good. Texas Furry Fiesta? Yes, I am going. I'll be going to TFF next year. I technically have a room with my friend Skyla. Kiwi's guest of honor, so I want to support my friend. And who else? And Jim. If anyone knows Jim, he's an artist, and he makes all sort of amazing macro monster movie art, and it looks fantastic. I still need to commission him for art. Actually, I've technically commissioned him, but he's going to be there. It'll be his first time being in the U.S. and his first U.S. con, and Pineapple Fox and I have to go to support him. He needs steppies. But yeah, TFF, honestly, will be great. Adler, go to TFF. Come to TFF and we can all hang out. Vernal Equinox, I do want to do. Last year, it was, this last year, it was hecka fun. So much fun. It's like A&E. It's like an A&E away from home, but with friends. And I had a blast, and I definitely want to do it again this year. And hopefully Pineapple Fox and Dolos and Majira, Majira's going to be doing it, and Mosfet, will be doing it again. Because I want to run around and follow Mosfet with the camera, because that video was so much fun to edit. I didn't really get to see him when I first suited around at AC, and I don't know where he's going to be going in the future for cons. And I also got to try to bother him if I can. I have to see if he, what he's doing, and see if I can bother him in Boston and have him do stuff. Because we got to record videos. And yes, Adler, you and I should stream again. We got to do that. Do all this stuff. Do all this stuff and hang out with us. We love you. We love hanging out with you. You're a sweet bean. But yeah, for immigration, I kind of want to do that. That's one I definitely want, had my eye on. That and Euroference. Or Further Confusion. Either one of those. For me, it's like, I want to do these cons, but right now, for just everyone's information, I'm going into my senior year of college. So, This year's the most important. I'm finishing my senior year classes. A and C term are going to be a bit iffy. B term, I can just show up and do whatever. In D term, I can literally do anything I want. So as soon as I'm graduated, I'll have a bit more time, hopefully. Hopefully. So, you know, do all the things. Yes, Adley. You live in a cornfield? Isn't corn bad for birds? Oh, wait, no, that's rice. Rice is bad for birds. Euroferns. I gotta go there. Go to Don Fuzzled. Yes. I have to go to all these cons. I especially want to go to the cons that my friends are guest of honors at because I want to support them. Be successful, and then let's have fun. That is kind of the plan for me. Because I know that furry conventions will always exist. Just because I miss out on, one for, a whole year doesn't mean anything. It means I get to go back next year and enjoy it. It means I get to see the good times and get reaffirmed that it was great. Rice is bad. Personally, I love white rice, but I know that birds can't have it. But yeah, let's see. Boy, are you clean yet? Say ah. Oh wow, he's kind of immaculately. Again, this fan, get it. Oh yeah, definitely lucky. We have to hang out sometime. Whatever works for you, if you want to hang out, just let me know. I can most of the time get flights for pretty cheap. I just have to see, what cons my friends are going to. Because that's what I want to do. Let me actually check Twitter real quick, because I know some people usually leave comments for me up there when I'm streaming. So I usually, sometimes check and see how that is. Hopefully, yeah. What is cats because yeah? Oh, he's commenting on the thing I got. Everyone's still sending me Sergals. Oh, they're so adorable. Oh my god. Sweet beans. It's perfect for my video. Maverickon in Phoenix. Yes. Maverickon or BetaCon. We should do BetaCon, have it be a thing, and have it probably fail within a year or two. But yeah, I think with that, I'm actually going to wrap up this stream because we've just been kind of hanging out. I answered some questions. It's been about an hour 40, and I think that's a good time for me to wrap it up. So, with that, I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I want to thank you for having the patience with me making my fursuit clean and shiny and squeaky boy because he needs good baths. So thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. This will be uploaded on YouTube later on. It'll be public. I'll hopefully have a thumbnail for all that. Ball pits are pretty good lucky. Ball pits are great. Ball pits are needed. I'll be streaming on Twitch later, so keep an eye out for that. Link to that is in the description. Thank you everyone who donated. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just going through the list of stuff. Hopefully I'll be able to stream tomorrow, and I'll be streaming Friday with Pineapple, so that'll be fun for you guys. And I've got a lot more to do before school starts, so look forward to that. Look forward to new videos, and yeah. Thank you guys for everything. Stay life jacket, and see you guys tonight. Take care.